everybody, so it's Tuesday again. You know what that means. Bad Girls Club review. All the girls are pretty much just ganging up on Shannon because she put fucking Rocky in the bed with Jerry. Like I said before, if it were that big of a deal, if she didn't trust the men at all, she wouldn't have put her in the bed in the first place. The girls are just ganging up and fucking Paul is flipping her lid like it's World War III. I'm serious. She's just freaking the fuck out. They're not letting Shannon open her mouth at all. They're just back and forth. My God. And Shannon, all she can do is just turn to Rocky and apologize as best she can. And honestly, the apologies sound pretty civil, pretty genuine. And the girls are just all over the fucking place. It's getting messy and Rocky's just pretty much like... And then all of a sudden Valentina decides to fucking jump into it, like what she always does is best, you know, jump into things that aren't her fucking problem. But thankfully, Shannon just walks away and it just doesn't escalate into anything. And honestly, I don't get Valentina. She's getting on my fucking nerves so bad. But you know what? Everybody was getting on my nerves that night. I guess they were just drunk as fuck. In the morning, Rocky notices that Shannon feels bad and, you know, I guess she's sobered up. So she tells Shannon to come outside. They're going to have a cigarette and they're going to have a, you know, heart-to-heart. Talk about the whole situation maturely, you know. And everything's going great. Shannon's kind of like conning her a little bit. But she is telling her the truth. So that's a good thing. But inside, like, the other 5 girls are pretty much just like... So yesterday they were fighting and now they're friends again, you know, and they're just talking shit. Pretty much they have nothing fucking better to do. But either way, yeah, I guess the girls pretty much made up. But then they get a phone call from DJ Cypher or something like that. Some guy that was DJ for him that night, I guess. And he says that he needs a couple of the girls, like, for DJ night. I guess he's gonna have one as a DJ and one as an MC. All of them go except Alicia for some reason. I don't know why. But they all go, they all get a chance in teams, of course, of all things. They all get a chance to try and shine, you know, show what they're made of. And of all girls that are put together, there's Jen and Rocky. And for the moment, I'm just so glad they acted maturely so they could actually do what they needed to do to see if they can, you know, win. But eventually he chooses Paula and, who else? Stephanie. And I would say he chose well. I mean, those girls are really loud, upbeat, exciting, you know, and they're very good looking. So yeah, again, right choice for him. The girls get dressed and they're going to go out to have sushi and then they're going to go to the club and have fun. They're having a good time. Everything's looking good so far, you know, sushi, sake bombs, you know, what can be more fun? And then all of a sudden, Jen just starts like getting into a bad fucking mood. She's just annoyed with Rocky. Rocky wasn't even doing anything remotely annoying that could possibly set Jen off. Jen is just being Jen. She just wants fucking attention. See, she's cute. I called it. She's cute, but there was something wrong with her. She wants attention all the fucking time. They get into the limo, and pretty much Jen is just blabbering about nothing, pretty much. Nothing at all. And Rocky's just like, okay, yeah, alright, I get it, sure. And then Jen pretty much tells her to shut the fuck up. And Rocky doesn't say anything, but then Jen keeps going. She's like, you know what? And she just turns towards her and gets in her face, starts screaming, whatever. They get to the club, and Jen's just like, I'm not going inside. She's just throwing a fucking fit over nothing. She's acting like a fucking child. I'm tired of it. And Rocky's just like, fuck it, whatever. She goes inside, they have fun. Jen decides to take a taxi home, you know, and just to cool off. The girls go into the club, they're having fun, everything's going good. And Jen gets home and she calls some boy or whatever that's supposed to come see her. And she's telling him, like, what's going on, how she's feeling about it. And he's just like, uh-huh. And then she starts getting at him because he's not reacting, because he's not, like, showering her with attention. My God, this girl just needs to fucking get over herself or get her ass whooped or get the fuck home. You do not need to be in the bad girl's house with an attitude like that. You're going to ruin everybody's night that way. Which, in a way, you kind of did. The next day, DJ Cypher calls up the girls and lets them know, like, hey, I'm going to need y'all tonight. I got all this stuff for you. Bring the girls and whatnot. And they're excited, you know, they're going to put them to work. I'd be excited too. I mean, hell yeah. It's a great time. Something to fucking do. I would love to do a little DJ or MC. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of a quiet person, but get me drunk enough and I'll be loud enough for it. Yeah. Jen's boy comes over. Thank God, you know, like, I swear this girl is like fucking bipolar. That or she just really needed to get fucking laid. One or the other, she eventually got laid. And the girls are just like kind of like peeking in on it, you know, being like gross about it. Oh well, that always happens in the Bad Girls Clubhouse. When somebody's getting laid, the other girls gotta watch because they're not getting any. Later that night, the girls go out to go see Paula and Steph do their thing as a GJ, you know, and then Jen stays home because she wants quality time with her boy. Thank God, you know, because nothing's gonna go wrong. They get there, everything is going great, they're having fun, they're dancing, they're drinking. Paula and Stephanie get up on the booth pretty much, getting ready to do their thing, and then Stephanie kind of like draws a blank, she forgets what to do, and then it comes back to her, thank God. Everything goes well, they're thanking DJ Cypher, they're having fun. That one night is what the Bad Girls House is supposed to be about. There doesn't have to be arguing or anything, just have fun and have your friends and just be drinking, you know? It's about having fun and doing something you never got the opportunity to do in the first place. Getting along with people that you normally wouldn't get along with, you know, having an open mind and shit. The next morning, Shannon and Rocky, they go out to the gym, you know, so they can pump up and get ready for what could happen. And then the other 5 girls, they go out to eat, and of course, what do you think they're doing? Talking shit about the other 2 girls. I mean, these girls, like, I would say that they have no lives, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do in the Bad Girls Clubhouse. All you can do is party, get drunk, kind of make friends, learn some lessons, and talk shit. That's it. The fact that they're just going on and on and on about this, it's so petty, it's so gross. Right now, I'm fucking Team Glamazon all the way. I love Rocky, and I can't believe it. I'm liking Shannon right now. Ugh, but you know what? There's still many episodes to go, so we'll see what happens. It's time to go out again. The girls are gonna go some place called something Magic. I can't remember, but it's a strip club or whatever. They get all dolled up. They're there. They're throwing ones well, Shannon's throwing ones everywhere. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. And then Jen's little boy toy or whatever has dancers all around him. And she starts getting pissed off and jealous. I'm like, honey, what did you expect? You're at a strip club. These girls are pretty much doing their job being sluts. That's their job. If you didn't like it, you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Or you shouldn't have even brought him. Point blank period. You shouldn't have even done it. And you shouldn't even be jealous in the first place. But it goes from that to Jen and Rocky in the bathroom. And Rocky says, like, who pissed in the fucking toilet? And a fight escalates from there. And I just wish we could have saw what was inside. I don't know why the cameras didn't go in there. They've peeked into bathrooms before. But the girls are just going at it. You don't see what's happening. They're just screaming and shit. And then they get in the limo. And Rocky's kind of like all sensitive about it and all this shit because Jen might have like hit her or pushed her or some shit. They get home. And Paula's like, well, not just Paula. Everybody is pretty much sick of Jen's bullshit. She does nothing but start fights. She ruins everybody else's night. Even if it's not them that she's fucking with, she still ruins everybody's night. And she keeps bullshitting, trying to pick these fights with Rocky when Rocky pretty much isn't doing anything. Paula's pretty much telling her to pick your fucking battles. Oh yeah, and Paula, she's pulling like fucking words of wisdom out of her ass and shit. She's just going on and on and on. And Jen is just like letting it soak in, and she's tearing up a little. Well, I did see a tear. But yeah, it was kind of refreshing to see that happening. It felt good. Outside, Paula and Valentina are talking about the feud between Jen and Rocky. And they're pretty much like, they see the ups and downs on both sides of them, but they're pretty much just sick of the whole situation, period. And out in the pool, Rocky and Shannon are just talking about how they feel that something's about to go down. And Rocky pretty much feels that she's ready for a new girl to come in the house. And apparently Jen is too. She's pretty much just sick of Rocky altogether. I don't know why. She hasn't crushed the shit, but we'll see what happens next episode. But until then, I will see y'all later.